A man took his Dodge Daytona to a Walmart for an oil change, but he then caught the workers doing something a bit sus to say the very least. What did he do? Let's have a look, guys. Here's the full story as always. So dropping your car off for an oil change is a relatively routine thing. It's not exactly a big repair job. It's not even a repair job. It's just a bit of routine maintenance on your vehicle. So you shouldn't have to worry about your car being used for a joyride by mechanics, should you? Well, if you take it to Walmart, you might have to worry about that because that's kind of what happened here. And you might think, oh, well, Pixar, it didn't happen. Well, this guy went one step further. He actually filmed them doing it. Atlanta area creator Zay on TikTok posted his findings, and it was, a bit surprising. The video has gone viral and it's been viewed more than 1.3 million times in total. And as you can imagine, the engine noise on a Dodge Daytona is rather loud, so it's hard to hide it when people are revving it up. And you can clearly see and hear that being the case as well in the video. Needless to say, Zay is not going to come back to that Walmart in Texas anytime soon for a service like that. Now, some people said this was relatively harmless, just spending a couple dollars in gasoline revving up the car, but that's not the point. They're not taking it in there to get the engine checked out. They're going for an oil change. It shouldn't be revved out like that, or taken for a joyride for that matter. That's his own vehicle. What if there was a crash? However unlikely it is to happen, it's certainly possible. And again, some people may be saying, well, revving the engine up a little bit for an oil change is absolutely fine. And you're right, just to make sure everything's flowing consistently, that's not a problem. But revving it to the point where you get into the red line, to the maximum revs, no, that's not a great idea. You shouldn't be doing that in general, really, because you can cause damage to your engine. It's designed to go to that limit, but not for very long. And again, what if something went wrong while they did that? They could be heading for a massive lawsuit, or a relatively massive lawsuit, compared to just what an oil change bill would be. It's not really worth it at that point, to be honest. So yeah, rather odd to say the very least. I would be fuming if that was my car. I think anybody would be, to be honest. You feel a bit betrayed at that point, really. A betrayal when it comes to an oil change. It should be something that's relatively routine. But yeah, if these guys are routinely doing something like this and getting away with it, it really does raise questions as to the practice of these employees. But hey, I suppose that's what happens when you go to a Walmart to get your oil changed, some people might say. Although, maybe other garages are doing it too. Makes you think, doesn't it? But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Is this a heinous act by the Walmart employees, or is it something that's relatively overblown? Get your thoughts down below as always. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always, guys. Have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world today, and we'll see you very soon.